The ideal gas SO2 has the temperature and pressure equal to 516 Kelvin and 0.829 atm respectively. What is the density? Okay, it is very good question for the gaseous state. So we have the gas like SO2. First of all, we have the SO2 gas, and temperature T is equal to 516 Kelvin, and the pressure is 0.829 atm. And what is the density? First of all, we derive the formula with respect to the density. So what is the ideal gas equation? We know that PV is equal to nRT. It is a very famous reaction. It is also known as a ideal gas equation. Now, if we write this form also, V going to the right hand side and divide by V. What is N by V? What is N by V? N for number of mole, and V means volume. Okay. Now, what is the number of mole? So you know that mole is equal to weight of substance divided by molecular weight. Now put the value of mole in this equation. What we get? We get P is equal to mole means weight by molecular mass. So weight by molecular mass into volume into RT. Okay, we write the equation is PM is equal to W by V into RT form. Okay, so now what is a W by V? W means weight, V means volume. It is a weight and it is a volume. Weight by volume is equal to density. So we put this value, or we use this formula, weight by volume is equal to density, and put the value of density in this equation. What we get? We get PM is equal to density into RT. Okay. Now, so we having the formula to determine the density. So what is the density according to this formula? Density is equal to PM divided by RT. Okay, students. Now put the value all. P, pressure means what is the pressure? It is 0.829. 0.829. What is a M means molecular mass. What is a molecular mass of SO2? So we have the atomic mass given in this question. SO2, S plus O2. Okay. Molecular or atomic mass of sulfur is 32 plus O2, oxygen having the atomic mass 16. How many oxygen atom present in O2 is 2, so 16 into 2 into 32. 32 plus is equal to 64. So we get molecular mass of SO2 is equal to 64. So put this value into 64. What is the value of R? RU is simple, 0.082. And what is the value of T? Temperature, how much temperature? 516 Kelvin. So bus simple, it is calculated. This 0.8 and this 0.08 are cut down. What is the resulting? Resulting is there are 10. 10 into 64. So what we get? We get 640 divided by 560. So what is the correct answer? So simple. Let's check the options. We get 640 divided by 516. Okay. There is no need of calculation because already we know that we having the 4 options. We correct or the tick the only right one. So we do not having the such kind of calculation, or we do not work this kind of calculation. Why? Because we know that in smaller grade, 640 divided by 560, the answer would be a more than 1, but less than 2. Why? Because 640 divided by 516, there is the answer around the 1, not around the 2. Okay, so check the options. We have the 10, 6, 9.65 and 1.25. So which is, think about which is the correct statement, which is the correct option. Our answer is more than 1 but less than 2. So according to these options, only one question, only one options, 1.25 is a correct option. Okay, so we do not performing this kind of calculation. But remember one thing in this question, student, the value of R, there are very broad or the very different type of values of R must be there. The value of R depending upon the unit of ATM or unit of pressure and unit of volume. Okay, remember thing carefully. If we put the value of R is equal to 0.082, pressure must be in ATM and volume must be in liter. If the unit of pressure and volume are different, so we cannot use the value of R as a 0.082. So think, remember and carefully. In this question, we do not change the unit of pressure, because already we given in this question the pressure given into the ATM. So we use to value of 0.082. Okay, so this is very good question based upon the ideal gas equation. PV is equal to nRT. Now next one, an sp3 hybrid carbon atom, the molecule geometry and form the bond angle is which one? It is simple beta, simple. But sp3 means, you know that carbon, as when the sp3 hybrid, when the carbon atom bonded with the 4 different type of atom, these 4 bond acquires the minimum repulsion in this geometry. This geometry is also known as tetrahedral geometry. So answer is clear. If the sp3 hybridized carbon, what is the geometry of sp3 hybridized carbon? It is tetrahedral. And what is the angle? Angle is equal to 109.5 degree. So it is tetrahedral angle of 109.5. Linear, when the atom is linear or a molecule is a linear, if it is sp2 hybridized, sorry, sp hybridized. Where is the trigonal? When sp2 hybridized. And where is when trigonal bipyramid? If hybridization is sp3d. So also you remember the hybridization is used for the determine the geometry also. sp hybridized molecule having the linear geometry, sp2 hybridized molecule having the sp2 geometry, sp3d hybridized molecule having trigonal bipyramid geometry, and sp3 hybridized orbital or sp3 hybridized molecule having the geometry of tetrahedral. So what we will ask? We will ask sp3 hybridized carbon. So simple, sp3 hybridized means tetrahedral geometry and 109.5 bond angle. Next one, which of the following statements is true? Simple, we get some statement A, B, C, D and found the right one. Let's check the first options. And all the man-made isotopes are radioactive. It is very true. What is a radioactive element? The atom, its nucleus is continuously decayed and emission of such kind of radiation having the very low wavelength, it is harmful for our body. Okay, like radium or francium, etc. There are lots of neutral radioactive element, barabar. But when the man-made radioactive element like a C14, or H3, barabar. All these kind of radioactive element which are formed by the humans on man-made, made into the laboratory, are always radioactive. Are always radioactive. Okay. So first option is very true. Okay, all the man-made isotopes are radioactive. Let's check the other one. Most of man-made isotopes are radioactive. No, because all, not a most, all. Not man-made isotopes are radioactive. It is also false. Why? Not at all. None of the man-made isotopes are radioactive. It is also wrong, because all the man-made isotopes are radioactive in nature. Okay, it is very easy question. The next one, amino acid are the building blocks of the protein. An amino acid contains the two organic functional group which take its molecule becomes zwitter ion. What are the two functional group? It is very easy question. We know that the basic formula of amino acid is formed by the two group, amino group and carboxylic acid group. This is the basic structure of amino acid. Basic structure of amino acid. Check one. Which group? First group is carboxylic acid, second group is NH2. So amine and carboxylic acid is the correct answer. Check the options. Amine and carboxylic acid, amine and anhydride, amide and acid anhydride, and amide and carboxylic acid. Okay, the correct statement is 1, amine and carboxylic acid. This is carboxylic acid group. This is amine group. Also, we know about the zwitter ion. Mentioned in the question, what is a zwitter ion? We know that the acid having the high tendency to donate the proton. So, this proton is donated according to the property of acids. And NH2 is a basic group. So, it acts as a base. What is a base? You know that base is a proton acceptor. So, this proton are accepted with this NH2 group. So, what we get result? So, we get NH2 group or NH3 plus acid group donate the proton, and this amine group and this basic group accept the proton. So, it is simple. They are the two ends, COO minus and NH3 plus. This ion is known as zwitter ion. Okay. But not in this question. We need only what kind of functional group present in amino acids. Okay, so it is simple. It is amine and carboxylic acid group. Refer the chemical reaction below. Which of the following element oxidize? Very good question, very easy question. Only we get the element, choose the element which oxidize during this process. Okay, what is the reaction? The reaction is Fe2O3 plus 2 aluminium. It's give 2Fe plus Al2O3. Okay, think about carefully, see this reaction carefully. Fe2O3 convert into the Fe. What is occurring here? Here we see the result and we conclude that Fe lose the electron, lose the oxygen. So we can say yes, because there the oxygen atom combined with Fe, and this Fe is very free, or Fe is free. They no oxygen atom combine. See the aluminium. Aluminium convert into the Al2O3. It means what the result? So we conclude that aluminium gain or accept oxygen atom. And what is oxidation? It is simple. It is a grade 7, grade 8 question. What is oxidation? During the process, oxygen is liberated or oxygen is free. Oxygen is removed. This reaction also known as reduction. And during the process, if oxygen atom is gained by the any element or the consumed by the any element, this process is known as a oxidation. So, who is oxidized? Sure, aluminium, because aluminium gain the oxygen, so it is oxidized. Sorry. So what is the correct options? Yes, aluminium is oxidized. Simple question. Now move to the next question. The act of the breathing is vital for the life to the carry on. Which of the following gas law is the best explain the breathing under the water? See the note. Breathing under the water. Which law? The correct option is Boyle's law. Why is the Boyle's law? What is the Boyle's law? Boyle's law is pressure is inversely proportional to the volume. So, according to this law, pressure is high, volume getting low. So, what is the importance of this law in this particular situation? Think. This underlined word, breathing the water under the water, okay? In under the water, pressure is very high. You know that also. So, according to this law, if the pressure of gases or pressure of gas under the water is very high, so volume become very low. So, our lungs is shrink due to the lower volume, and we know that if the lung is shrinking, this is not good for the breathing purpose. So, breathing under the water is directly related to the Boyle's law. When we breathe under the water, the pressure of gases around under the water is very high. So, volume is very low. So, our lungs can shrink and not breathe properly. So, there are some breathing problem. So, we need some external gas bottle carried out with under the water. So, correct option is Boyle's law. Next, all of the following is caused by the hydrogen bonding in water except. So, hydrogen bonding in water. Hydrogen bonding in water. What is hydrogen bond? First of all, explain. If positively charged hydrogen, if the hydrogen having the positive charge is contact with any higher electronegative elements like oxygen or fluorine or nitrogen, it forms the hydrogen bond. Okay, like in H2 water, it is H2O. This is the second molecule of H2O. Okay, so we know that hydrogen having the positive charge, oxygen having the negative charge due to the high negativity difference. Okay, so according to the definition, positively charged hydrogen contact with the negatively charged oxygen, so there are seen of formation of hydrogen bonding. Formation of hydrogen bonding. So it is simple. In water, hydrogen bonding causes due to the higher electronegativity of oxygen. So D is a correct option.